Welcome to Uncle Taylor's Unchained Universe. Strap in for some content palooza.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride. I'm your host, Uncle Taylor. It's great to be here. It is Sunday, the 15th of May, 9:42 p.m. It is a wonderful, humid, hot night, and I look very sweaty. So please forgive me because I'm just liquid for your amusement. I can't think of anything funny. As always, got the boys with me, Uncle Jesse, Uncle Jacko. Boys, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Very good, very good.
How are you?
Jesse, hello, sir. How are you going, mate?
I'm going good, mate. I'm going really good.
That's the way. Now, I sound a lot quieter than usual. I'm trying my best to keep my volume down as best I can. The wife's got to go to work early in the morning. I've just come off the back of the Gran Turismo 7 Gazoo Racing Cup live streamer that I just finished up literally 10 minutes ago. So I'm just trying to keep it down as best I can so it sounds more audible for your eardrums. But I think you boys watched it from memory. I know I've definitely seen Jackson in there being moderator, and I've seen you, Jesse, a couple of times pop up. Give us an unbiased opinion. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's really good. I'm not really into racing and shit, but I actually liked it. It's pretty good. Good job, mate. I like the ankle cam. That was really good. I really like the ankle cam because I have an ankle fetish. So thank you.
Fuck off.
No. In all seriousness, it was good. Good energy. I like it. Good stuff.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Jacko. What do you think?
Yeah, it was good, and it was so interesting to see the just how quick that car could go. I was shocked with that. Like it was just zooming at incredible speeds. But yeah, it was really good to see.
Dude, that was unreal. That's the very first time. That hour and a half is the very first time I've played on that car ever. That was unreal. That was hard. That was very, very hard. I'm not going to pretend that it was easy. Because I had to literally run home. When I got home, I ran inside the back room here to check when the next one was on. I went, fuck, here we are. It was like 8, 9 o'clock. It's like, fuck, couldn't have made it any fucking earlier. But this is the first competition that's done by Toyota Gazoo Racing. So the idea is for me to try and do well enough to go in November to the competition for the Oceania down, I think it's in Melbourne. So that's the idea. Will it happen? Is a different conversation. Probably not, but I'm trying my very best to get there. And that's all I can do at the end of the day. But it was fun. Thanks, for coming on board and watching and having a watch, having a laugh. If you did laugh at me screaming at a car, it was good. It was good, and it ended 3 days of streaming. So, good. Now I can just have a break. I can, watch TV, not worry about what I'm streaming at 9 p.m. at night. It's good. It's good shit, man. Very good shit. But what's going on in your worlds, boys? Talk to me. What has been going on in the lives of Uncle Jesse and Uncle Jackson?
Well, I was obviously invited on your stream, so we've been playing some Battlefield 1. So that was fun. Last two or three nights up till about 1 a.m. So that's been fucking loads of fun. Really enjoying that. Other than that, really not a lot. Just, yeah, that's probably the highlight of my week, to be honest. Playing some fucking Battlefield 1 at fucking 1 in the morning. Drinking some fucking Coke and, staying caffeinated and all that good shit. And
Dude,
raging. Just raging.
Oh, it's been so much fun playing Battlefield and, going down that route again. Like I've missed playing first person shooters. It's been so long, ever since Vanguard was such a total failure. I've needed to have this. So I'm very fucking happy with how it's all turned out.
Yeah,
so definitely
good.
Can't complain, man. It's been great. Well, it's good. I'm glad things are doing well for you, mate.
Yeah,
Uncle Jacko, mate, what's going on? In your world?
So yeah, I mean, besides work during the week, had my great grandmother's 90th birthday yesterday over at Arimba, which is nice. Got to catch up with all of my dad's side of the family. which I don't get to see very often because they live so far away. But so that was nice. But yeah, other than that, just been staying at home whenever I can. Just sort of doing. I spend all today doing little bits and pieces around the house. But yeah, not very eventful at all this week.
No, good, man. That's good. That's good. That's the grandparents out Golgong way. Is that correct? Is that correct? Is that correct?
So my great grandmother's the one on the Central Coast here in Daly's Point. But yeah, all the
Oh,
family from Gulgong and all that came. Yeah,
nice, man.
yeah.
That's good. That's very fucking good. Whereabouts in Rimba you go to?
The Arimba RSL.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where it is, mate. It's good. Good fucking spot, that. They've done a lot
Yeah,
of
so
fucking renos.
we had the function room upstairs, which I thought was going to be a problem because my great grandparents aren't the best mobility wise,
No.
and same with dad as well. But dad didn't come anyway. But yeah, my great grandparents. Thankfully, there was a lift to get them up. So
Beautiful.
yeah, able to get them upstairs anyway.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Good shit. Very good shit, Jacko.
Yeah,
Good stuff, mate. Well, I'm glad you boys have had very good weekends. That's the main thing. That's what I do like to hear. We're all busy people. We all got shit going on, and it's always good when we, at least, in all of us actually this week, we've had a bit of a breather, bit of a break. So, cannot complain one bit. Now, I'm going to lead into a story time here just for a minute because people that have listened to the podcast have given me some feedback on the politics side of things.
Oh,
And I
fuck, here we
think
go.
I think it would be fitting to have a giggle, just a giggle here with Jacko, because Jacko got a little bit upset during the week last week when we had our off week. By the way, the reasons why there was no podcast last week is I was dealing with a family situation. Everything's fine, so don't stress, but I had to take a couple of days to just look after my family, and we took a break for the week. So we'll be back in full swing. Obviously, when you listen to this one, so it's we're here, but just want a little fucking filler to say, hey, this is what happened. But during the week, me and Jesse were playing Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. This is before the streams. And then one of our friends in our bowling group decided to post something very controversial about politics and about the great debate that was, or something like that. And
Yeah, because I can't even remember how it started, to be honest.
that's what it was. It was a photoshopped head of Jackson's head onto
Oh,
Anthony
yeah,
Albanese,
yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, I remember now.
And me and Jesse were playing Xbox, and we're just sitting there. We just went, I said, oh, fuck, here we go. And this is going to start it. And holy shit, the fucking floodgates opened. Jacko launched so heavily into politics. And I said, boys, like, I don't care. I don't care whatsoever. I'm voting for ScoMo. And I said, no, I'm just joking. And then Jackson did. I don't think Jacko's seen it. Trevor, he didn't see it. Well, Jacko, did you see it, or did you just go, fuck this cunt, I'm going off?
I don't know if I saw the just kidding bit. I'm pretty sure I saw I'm going for SCO and I proceeded to launch it. Yeah.
And you launched heavily into us.
Because I think we were we made some pretty blatantly fucking sarcastic comments in regards to voting for ScoMo and shit like that. And I think we were trying to make it pretty sarcastic. I mean, at least I think it was pretty fucking sarcastic. And then Jacko just starts to fucking go on this really big rant.
Tangent.
We're getting tangent, yeah, paragraphs upon paragraphs. And then as in the middle of these paragraphs are like bits broken up of us just fucking still saying, like, I think afterwards I said, look, that was a joke. And then he's like, nah, fuck this, I'm still going on about it. So paragraphs and more paragraphs. And then we're like, oh, well, we might as well just double down and fucking just fuck with him for a bit.
Oh, that's it. So I went full kid. We're playing Xbox, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stop playing so I can fucking focus on this, because this is giving me too much laughter. And
bro, we
fuck
both
me
stopped.
dead.
We both stopped.
Oh, mate, Jacko, I'm so sorry at your expense. We had to laugh, and I had to bring it up because we were saying some really cooked shit.
But it was so blatantly cooked. Like,
it was like propaganda.
Yeah.
It was like fucking. I'm giving you the ScoMo propaganda of he's going to rebuild Shark Park with all the funding. And it
Yeah.
was-
And then
and then
I was trying to like say the most, me personally, I was trying to say the most stupidest shit that just wouldn't make any fucking sense.
I think
Somehow you
that's what
still
was
thought
fueling
sense.
it as well, because it didn't make sense. That's why I was like going at like with throwing. I was throwing facts at you. Actually, I was throwing facts
you.
at everyone.
Oh, I know. And then
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
even said, why can't Jacko come this prepared for the podcast?
Yeah, no.
We
You
had a
know,
good
my
laugh.
passion is politics. You know that. My passion is
That's it.
definitely politics. Like
Politics,
NRL, I know
religion,
nothing about. I know the names of the teams, but that's about it. That's as far as I go
poker
with it.
machines, poker machines, and politics, mate. The two P's in your life.
I have not played a poker machine in God knows how long.
Month. It's been a
That's
month.
longer than that. Been longer than that, surely.
Melbourne.
Oh yeah, of course, in Melbourne. Yeah, when we were at the casino. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was
Yeah, but that
yeah.
was no, just going back to what we were fucking talking about before. That was fucking funny because me and you, Taylor, were both sitting there after a long night of fucking Battlefield 1, and we're getting a bit tired of playing fucking Battlefield. And we're like, oh, we might get onto some COD or something like that. And then we had one game of COD, and then that whole thing started, and we're like, nah, this is better than COD. So we just sat there telling each other what the fuck we're gonna write in chat, and we're sitting there, and Jackson's coming up with these responses, and we're like, "Fuck, is he serious? So like, is he serious? Is he serious? No. Oh, nah. And then I'm like, no, he's fucking serious. He's fucking serious, mate. But yeah, no, it was funny. It was good.
Oh, poor Jacko. Poor Jacko. Oh, you poor bastard, Jacko. I love you, mate.
All good fun.
All good. Tongue in cheek. Nothing, nothing too silly, of course. We're not here to cause any harm. Now, this is going to lead straight into our segue. Get it out of the way early. Let's see if Jacko's prepared himself. He's got 3 to 5 minutes on politics. If he would like to talk about it, we've got the election next week. So this weekend, sorry, coming. So I'd love you to talk about it, sir.
I don't have quite 5 minutes worth, but I've got enough because I know I went on quite a lot last time, but I'll give you a fair bit. So yeah, basically at the moment I have been doing a bit of sort of analysis on sort of swings and margins and that from last election to this election, in particular in Robertson, because of course we all live in Robertson. But so basically at the moment, Lucy Wicks, when she won the election last time, she won with a margin of, I believe it was 11%. It was a considerable margin. So she had a good 11% swing rather to her. Now at the moment, based on polling and things so much, like online polls and things, seems to have gone from an 11% to I think about a 4 or 3% swing. So Labor's picked up quite a bit of a bit of footing to Robertson at the moment. Don't you start snoring.
Sorry, I'm awake.
But I've noticed that both parties, both the Labor and Liberal Party, are actually going on the attack. They're not so much trying to save their electorates that they've already got. They're all going on the attack. So, for example, Labor's going based on Robertson, Reid, and Bennelong. Sorry, they're the three. All three of them owned by Liberal. All three of them that they're wanting to get. Whereas the Liberal Party, I thought, because Joel Fitzgibbon is Labor member for the Hunter, he's retired. He's left, and I thought they would go hammer and tongs at Hunter because it'd be, you would have thought so. There is not a Liberal Party candidate for Hunter. There's a National Party candidate for Hunter, and so they're putting a little bit of pressure there on the National Party side of the coalition. They're putting their power into trying to win that electorate, but also the Labor Party and the Libs are all going for Queensland at the moment. So Queensland had a massive swing against us, against Labor in the last election. So Anthony Albanese's been up there quite a few times trying to fix that swing up, trying to get as many voters as they can in Queensland. We've had quite a few shadow ministers come to Robertson to help out Dr. Gordon Reid here. We've had them go to Reid. We've had them go to Bennelong. We've had them, go to all different electorates that they're trying to win, but they all seem to be Liberal seats. Same with the Liberal Party. The Liberal Party, as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been too much of a reception here in Robertson for anyone trying to stick up for Lucy Wicks when it comes to any kind of ministerial attendance. Like I know not too long ago, we did have Scott Morrison here in Terrigal several months ago.
You were following him, weren't you?
I just happened to be delivering a whole bunch of equipment to a client of mine who works directly opposite the surf club there. And I was crossing the street at the same time as Scott Morrison was crossing the opposite side of the street. And there was a massive bubble of police around him and all his ministers and his gaggle of baby libs and all that, around him.
Sounds like
trying
a king to me.
That's the trying to protect him. And I just happened to be walking through and had Lucy Wicks right on his right-hand side there. But yeah, other than that, we have not seen very much ministerial representation here. And my final point is quite a significant one, is that the Labor Party had their campaign. They had their campaign launch a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And we thought we're trying to figure out when's the Liberal Party going to start their campaign launch. They started it today. They had their campaign launch today. I was thinking that's really bizarre because we've already had pre-poll open for a week. Like you would have thought that you'd launch your campaign like before pre-poll started so that you could, have a chance to, I know we've had press conferences and we've had the leadership debates on Channel 9 and all that, which, I'm happy with those results. Albo won all three. But, it's really bizarre that the Liberal Party have waited until now to launch their campaign rather than, 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever we launched it. I know Robertson, Dr. Gordon Reid's campaign launch was, I think, 3.5 weeks ago. It was at the Ocean Beach Surf Club. And I know that I think a couple of days later, Anthony Albanese launched in Perth, launched the Labor Party campaign. But yeah, Scott Morrison decided to launch today, 6 days out from the election, which I thought was a bit odd.
He's the best prime minister we've ever had. That's why he's doing it.
Very debatable.
Amen.
He's a king. Nothing but a king. Straight king.
Now, Jacko, is that
just to give our listeners a bit of an example, this is the sort of comments we were getting in the group chat, which sparked me off last time, but I'm not starting. Not starting this time.
I appreciate you not taking the bait. Now, Jacko says that he only has he doesn't have 5 minutes.
I know.
8.
Right.
Now, when he said it went on.
When he said he didn't have fucking 5 minutes, I was like, nah, he has fucking 2 hours worth of this shit. All right.
Easily.
100%. If you get him started, you can talk for a while.
Now, we've sat here and we've watched and we've respected Jacko. Now's Jacko's time to sit down because he doesn't have space for a table while we talk about NRL.
And do you know what? That segment now on this podcast is like when you're eating, when you're eating your dinner, right? And you got your steak and then you got your fucking vegetables. Now you hate your fucking vegetables, but you eat your vegetables first because then you get to eat the steak. So now let's fucking eat the steak and let's talk about NRL. Segue, let's go.
It's a smooth segue. There he goes. See you later, Jacko. So,
bye.
I'll quickly touch on how bad the Sharks played this afternoon. I mean, all granted, last week we didn't have we lost 2 players, Ramian and Kennedy. Kennedy being the big one with the send off, and it's the first time the Sharks, or the first time any team has won, I think, since 2008 or 2007, something like that, with the man down for like longer than 60 minutes.
Yeah.
It was unreal. I watched that coat hanger live and I just went, fuck. He's gone.
So, are we talking about? Because I didn't catch this game this week. Are you talking about the game last week with the coat hanger?
Last week with the coat hanger.
I remember watching that, and I was because I was getting ready to go out for Mother's Day dinner or some shit, and I was getting ready, and I got it on my phone on KO, and then I just looked over and I saw the coat hanger, and I was like, "Fuck, that's bad."
Yeah, and that's what I thought too. I went, "Yeah, fuck, here we go."
Yeah. So, and what I find funny about that is people are debating. It's like, oh, the game's gone soft. It's like, in what fucking world has that sort of tackle never been a send off? Like, really? Come on.
It's an old school send off.
Yeah, 100%.
Not something that's recent.
Hanger. It's a dead set coat hanger, mate. You're off. Like, no fucking arguing that, but whatever.
Oh yeah, but it was not pretty. It was definitely not pretty. I saw it live and went, yeah, get fucked. Here you go. But it was, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we have good depth. Then we played the Raiders today and lost 30-10, and that's disappointing.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, and I was just keeping updated with the scores, and I just was like, what the fuck's going on? I heard was Nico up at fullback or something instead of halfback?
I think so. I think he was.
Yeah, so it's easy to be good at fullback when you got the Storm feeding out. Like, same thing with like Josh Adokar. You got the Storm feeding out, you're going to do well. But I think Nico needs to stay in halfback or wherever the fuck he was, to be honest.
We need to put someone back there at fullback.
Yeah,
but that's okay. Else. Shit go. Really good game last week. Nothing we can do this week. We're just going to move on. That's fuck all we can do.
When you win some, you lose some. I mean, you've had some fucking great wins this year so far. And, you've had a couple of bad ones. I mean, I think the good ones kind of outweigh the bad ones, to be honest with you. But
yeah, I agree.
Season's still early days. So
early days, bro. Very, very early days. We're only in the middle of May. So we still got at least 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah.
So anything's possible. So
right.
That's you guys played okay. You got very fucking lucky. Very.
First half was great. I really enjoyed the first half. I think we played well. Cody Walker was under a lot of, I guess you could say, pressure. There's a lot of talk surrounding him and his performances this year. And he came out in the first half. Yeah, definitely. Because without Reynolds, he's looked pretty lost, and the way he's played, pretty frustratingly, always trying to score, and just hasn't looked himself. So it was the first half. He looked back to his old self, set up a few tries, and our back line was looking good again. Every time we crept into their 20, we seemed to score. But then second half rolls around, and it's like pretty much every other game we've played this year, we just went to sleep. Invited them back in at every chance we could. It wasn't. Fully went to sleep. Don't get me started on the fucking sin bin from Damien Cook, because that's ridiculous. But other than that, inviting them back in, a team like the Warriors, to let them come back in one half and put that many points and almost come close to beating us after a big lead like that is so bad. It's so bad. And
it's bad, bro.
I said it to Zoe when we were watching it. I said, look, I'm not celebrating that win. That's not a win worth celebrating. I'll celebrate the first half. I'll celebrate that first half and what could have been a good 80-minute game, but 40-minute game, and fucking I don't know what the other half was, but yeah, whatever. See how we go in the next couple weeks.
It's fucked, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard, bro.
Oh well,
it's very fucking hard.
Yeah, and then seeing Reynolds in the Broncos perform the way he does, fuck me, that hurts. That hurts so much.
Of course, mate. Of course it does when it's your team. It's fucked. Speaking of fucked, I was on a train coming home from work tonight, and I got an email from Fox Sports. They're saying that Trent Barrett's probably going to be given the ass tomorrow.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Unfortunately, like you feel so. Like I forget who I said it to. You look at some of these coaches, mate, and I think they made the comment on it's NRL 360 a couple of weeks ago. Trent Barrett is a really good assistant.
Yeah,
He's just unfortunately might not be cut out to be a coach.
because wasn't he assistant coach at Panthers? Was it Panthers?
Yes, yeah, it was at Panthers.
And then doggies, and it hasn't been so good for him. So
The point when I seen it, out of the 2 years he's been coach for, he's only won 12.5% of his games.
another thing could be said, like fuck, when you get in your bottom, when you're coaching that bottom team, like how much do you have to fucking work with? I guess you could argue that. I mean, what is one coach meant to fucking turn around a whole team? Yeah.
But then you bring in, mate, you look at the caliber that it brought in. The people. I think unfortunately, and this is where I agree with 360, they said that, you've hired good attackers. You haven't hired good defenders.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's evident. It's very fucking evident. I mean, Dufty has to be one of the worst defenders I've seen. He's a flash in the pan in terms of his pace. He's really good with that. But apart from that, it's not much else. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm no fucking professional footballer, but you just watch these teams, and I'm lucky enough to watch probably at least a good 4 to 5 games around nowadays with work as well. So I see all that, and I just go, fuck, like the games where he's defended. I mean, look at the game that they played Friday night, to open Magic Round. There's nothing magical about it.
No,
it was fucked.
And it's funny that you said that the whole defensive issue and all that. So good attackers, not good defenders. I mean, any good coach or any good team wins off the back of good defense. And a lot of coaches will say, look, if you have a good defensive game, your attack will fall in place off the back of that. And
exactly, mate.
That is really true, because the best teams in the comp are the best defenders in the comp. And it's all defense. Defense is number one, Stop it. A team can't win if they don't fucking score. Simple as that.
It's paramount.
Yeah, and then your attack. I mean, if you've put in, like, for example, just to give an example, if you put in, say, 5 straight sets of defending your own goal line, right, and this team is just throwing everything at you, and you defend those 5 sets straight, and then all of a sudden you get an attacking set out of pure chance inside their 20 after defending those 5 sets. You're oozing with confidence, and your attack is just going to flow off the back of that. The other team's going to be rattled because they couldn't score. So that's just how it goes.
Yeah, bro. It's fucked. It's fucked, and you do feel sorry for the Bulldogs, and you feel sorry for the fans, because, but you do, because, like, my team was at one point, your team was at it for a very long time there. They even got removed from the comp and then got reinstated. It's all these things make you, it's fucked.
In that regard, I feel sorry for them and the supporters, but I just fucking hate the Bulldogs.
It's like Manly. Everyone hates Manly.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh well.
But yeah.
Now, divvying it up a little bit, today was the Bathurst 12-hour event. This actually kickstarted the international endurance racing circuit. Now, Uncle Jackson, I'll get him to stand up for a minute.
I'm just waiting. There he is.
Pop up like a fucking turd in an asshole. I swear to God, Jacko. It's great. Did you catch any of the 12-hour?
I must admit I haven't. I even had my stepdad Ryan remind me as well, which makes it even worse. But yeah, completely spaced on it. Yeah, I'll have to watch catch up.
You're gonna have to catch up 12 hours of it, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you who won, because I watched it. I watched the last half an hour. I watched it from 7 o'clock this morning till about 8:30 when I got to work, or 9:30 when I got to work. So it was a Mercedes 1, 2, 3 locked out the entire podium. I can't even pronounce these names. Gunon, Stolz, Conrad, and Habul, Sun Energy One Racing. Then you had Engel, Juan Cadella, and C, which took out the Mercedes AMG Team Craft Bamboo Racing. The fun fact about Craft Bamboo Racing, they did all their mandatory stops in their time restrictions in the first 2 hours of a 12-hour race, meaning that their pit stops were going to be quick regardless. And they finished 8 seconds behind. And then Triple Eight Racing came third. Gisbergen, Feeney, and Prince John Ibrahim, I think it was. I think. Can't see it there. Anyway, it just says J Ibrahim, but I think his name is Prince something Ibrahim. Finished a minute 35 behind. So very interesting, very good
Yeah.
fucking event. I tried to keep up as best I could. Unfortunately, um, but you work Sundays, can't really keep up with it, which sucks. But it was really good to see it nonetheless. But I'm really looking forward now to Le Mans and Nuremberg. I'm really, really keen on those 24-hour events. They are going to be fucking god tier. So that'll be fun for that. I'll be honest with you, there's not much else. It's been a very easy 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Podcasting, streaming, fucking propagandering. It's been good. It's been very good. Jacko's head, he loves it. No, it's been very good. This has been a very good couple of weeks. I'm going to try and get Nick Dukwa onto the podcast very soon. Get him back on to say hello. People love him when he gets on and just talks and shit. It's wonderful. He's very good energy. Good man. Fucking very good man. Unless you boys have something you'd love to add, I think we're just about done.
Yeah, mate. Seems like not a lot this week. So
not a lot. Bit of a quieter week. Bit of a quieter week this week, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, for next podcast, the only thing is that'll be probably the final political roundup, which will just be the election results. Hopefully they're in by then. That's the only thing I'll flag for next week. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's easy. I'm completely fine with that. To get the results when the Liberals finally win, and restore peace to this nation that we live in.
Don't start me.
Don't
start me.
Yeah. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Just say it. Just say it.
No.
Is it something I'm going to have to edit out later?
So, with that said, if we've got nothing else, boys, and to our podcast listeners, I'm very sorry. It's a bit of a quieter one this time around, but nonetheless, we appreciate your viewership, your listening. To those who've come and watched me on the streams and watched me and Jesse play streams in the last couple of days, thank you so much again. We appreciate it. Check us out here on Uncle Taylor's Wild Ride on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and obviously you're listening to us here on Uncle Taylor's Unchained Universe. So we're here for that. Again, apologies for the quietness. Doing my very best to make sure my loving wife gets at least a bit of sleep before she gets up in a couple of hours' time. Until then, gentlemen, look after yourselves. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for coming on board.
Catch us later. Have a good one.
Always. Do we have one of your specials following this?
No specials because the brain is not as agile this week.
We've got one special. It's called propaganda.
Yeah, you know what?
Propaganda.
Labour Party propaganda. That's the special this week.
Fuck.
Yeah, right.
No. There is no specials this week, unfortunately, boys. Going to be very boring this week, but we will continue our loving segment into the next and beyond. And I'll think of something better to come up with on the spot during the week, and we'll fucking have a better one. Until then, boys, look after yourselves and each other. Thank you very much again. Have a good night.
See you later. Have a good one.
See you
Everyone
later.
Look after
Take care.
yourself.
See you later, guys.